new to Out of the Park Developments and Perfect Team, get into Perfect Team, look for Laptop Hound's lower level leisure lounge, sign up for it, because not only can you win in-game packs, like you see on the thumbnail for the video, it shows the 3 diamond packs, but you can also win an end of month big prize of 20 packs as well for being the overall leader for the month. So let's get to it. I'm excited because today I get to cover 2 finalists that are part of my community, part of the OOTP community. One a long-term viewer, one just a shorter-term viewer that have met up in the finals. Yes, in the finals today, we have, as you saw in the thumbnail, 2 5L participants. We have the Waikiki Wayfinders run by Jeff Steele Flex, who likes to dance in my chats with the emotes. Love it. One of my favorite things that I see in the chat all the time. And the opponent are the Archers Pack TLE Next. Pactelnex. Hope I pronounced that correctly. And right now in the tournament, they are 1-1. They each have won a game. So we are down to a best of 5. And again, this is a 64 team tournament. First place is going to get 3 diamond packs. Second place will get 1 diamond pack. So both of these contestants will walk away with at least a diamond pack. And yeah, if you're in the chat, say hi so I know the YouTube chat is working, because typically I don't stream live just on YouTube. I might make standalone videos, recorded videos, but I don't usually just stream live on YouTube. Again, I'm more of a Twitch live streamer, but I wanted to get this out because it's the 5L, baby. It's the first one. First of OOTP 25. So let's take a look at the first 2 games and how they ended up, because none of us really know how these cards are going to play. After a while, you get to know the cards. You get to know the good cards. You get to know the bad cards. You get to know the cards that you're looking for in your draft, because you draft these cards to your team. Game 1, it was Waikiki winning 6-4. So let's take a look at this first game. Wow, we got 3 runs in the 7th for Waikiki, 3 runs in the 8th. That's all they needed. They just scored in 2 innings, but they scored big in those 2 innings, and they took this 6-4. Winning pitcher was Mr. Is it Brian? Brett Anderson. And the losing pitcher is going to be James Baldwin for the Archers. Rick Monday is your player of game number 1. And again, if you've played this game before, if you played Perfect Team, you know that yesterday we finally got the worldwide release on desktop, on Steam, and now we get to see how some of these cards perform. Look at that. Here is the game MVP. Look at that BABIP. Look at that eye. Good gap power. Very splitty card, which means that he does well on one side of the plate compared to the other. So Mr. Rick Monday was your game 1 hero. Game number 2 went in the other direction. Archer said, "Not today, Waikiki. I will not be swept. I'm going to take game 2. I'm going to score 4 runs in the 6th inning. And with that, I'm going to tie up the series." Found a pretty good pitcher here, it looks like. Raleigh Atchison is now 5-0 in the tournament, 1.76 ERA. He will take the win for Archers. The save will go to Mr. Jerome Williams from the California Angels, or Anaheim Angels, I guess. Your losing pitcher is Mr. Trodson. Rich Trodson. Yeah, not a very high profile. Look at those pitches. A lot of red there. But apparently he's won 3 games. He is now 3-3 in the tournament. So Raleigh Atchison is your player of the game. Hitting wise, we didn't have any home runs in the tournament. We did have 2 hits from Steve Yeager. He led the way for the Archers, and for Waikiki, 3 hits by Mr. Haggerty, 3 hits from Mr. Hummel. Otherwise, pretty empty on the box score there for Waikiki. So series tied up at 2. So now we go to game number 3, and the sim is in for game number 3. Who will take the 2-1 lead? Again, this is the Laptop Hound Daily Lower Level Leisure Lounge. It fills up pretty quickly. It's already full for tomorrow. So if you wanted to get in tomorrow, it is too late. I would recommend you get up early Sunday morning, go to your perfect drafts at the top here, and tomorrow morning you will find the next one that fires off on Monday. 64 teams are allowed in. There you can see it is full. Yeah. A lot of familiar names from OOTP 24. Okay, so let's get back to today's action, today's final. Of course, I was knocked out in round number 3, so I am no longer in the tournament, but as long as you enter the tournament, you can always go back in at any time, even up to about a week later, and you can look at the results, either live as they're taking place or after the fact. All right, let's take a look at game number 3. Archers Pack Necks come out with a 4-2 victory. Again, we're seeing some big innings in OTP 25. I'm noticing a lot of box scores I go into. There's a lot of big innings. So they take this one 4-2. So Waikiki, after winning game 1, are now down 2-1. On the pitching side is Mr. Gillette. There's the profile, left-handed pitcher. He is now 2-3 in the tournament. He takes the loss for Waikiki. And on the winning side, it is Alan Anderson from the Minnesota Twins. Alan Anderson now 2-0, went 6 1/3 inning. Interesting to see how these different profiles pan out. I know I was talking to the manager of Archers, and they were saying, I'm going to be curious how these guys with low stuff play. Well, he gave up 6 hits, 1 run, 3 walks, only 1 strikeout, of course. He's not going to strike out a lot. Probably not going to walk a lot most of the time, too. So there we go. We have Anderson with the win. Hershiser comes in to hold the game, and Mr. Ufima, Frank Ufima. So many new names in OOTP 25. He will come out with the save number 3. On the hitting side for the losing team, Waikiki Wayfinders, they will get 2 hits from Andrews, 2 hits from Witt. Doesn't look like any home runs for them in game number 3. For Archers, a lot of single hits. They, in fact, only had 5 hits in the game, so they were out hit, but yet they found a way to win. They got a couple home runs, and that'll do it. So both in the same inning, they got a home run from their catcher, Mike Diaz, his second of the tournament, and a home run from Pedro Alvarez, his 4th of the tournament, to lead the way. So that'll do it. You get a couple bombs, and you don't need many hits. You just need home runs. So again, 4-2, 4 hits on 5, or 4 runs on 5 hits, 1 error for Archers. Waikiki has 2 runs on 9 hits. They commit 2 errors, and they go down 2-1. As it's standing now, game 4, which is going to be played in the lovely home stadium of Waikiki, is going to be Milt Wilcox going for Archers. He's got a 4-2 record. Started off 4-0, and now he's lost a couple in a row. Detroit Tigers, Milt Wilcox. And Mark Gubiza is going to go for Waikiki. It looks like he might be their ace. He is 5-0 in the tournament with a 1.66 ERA. Yeah, he is. This one looks like a good one. I got to start writing some of these names down. Again, he doesn't have a very high pitcher BABIP, which might scare a lot of managers off. Look at his Ks. He's got 2, 7, 8, 10, 13 Ks over his 5 games, only got 6 walks. So looks pretty effective. We'll find out very quickly. This is the 1992 version. And he was a player of round number 2 for Waikiki. So big game here. You don't want to go down 3 games to 1. You've got your ace on the mound. You got to take advantage of that. Let's go out and find out who wins game number 4. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, feel free to say hi in the chat. I can put your name on the screen here like that. Look at that. Testing. Guess who's here? One of the managers in the finals. Like I said, I have to show the finals. Very first one of OOTP 25, 2 members of the community, 1 longtime member that dances and 1 short-term member that's having a lot of success recently. So welcome, Tanner. Welcome, Michael. After 45 years of baseball fandom, you bought OOTP last night, so you're starting the journey to get your Braves to return to the 90s era dynasty. Well, I hope your Braves get to take on my Jays, Mike. I hope they do. That was, heartbreaking for you back in the early 90s, but for me, it was glory having my Blue Jays win back-to-back for the first time in their franchise. So good to have you here. We got Jeff Steele Flex. I believe that's Mr. Tanner Fortune. And we got Tactile Next. No spoilers. So, Michael, hope you're enjoying the game. Like I said, if you want to get involved in tournaments, sign up for your Perfect Team account. It's free to sign up. And you don't even need to buy any cards or anything. If you do the perfect drafts, you go into tournaments, you go to perfect drafts at the top. And all these ones, I'll show you at the end of the stream what you do. But all these ones here, you sign up for up to 3 at any one time, and you pick some cards. Pick some of those Braves from the 90s. Okay, let's go into game number 4. Only going to show the highlights of a deciding game. So if Archers wins this one, then we'll show highlights of the next one. Here we go. Game 4 in the books. And this one, Archer, you may be the new kid on the block, but we just don't give out candy to all the new kids. We don't make it easy. You can't just say trick or treat and expect something glorious in your bag. You got to go through some growing pains. And Waikiki, they do find a way. There is a reason why their name is Wayfinders. They find a way. Down 2 games to 1. Waikiki will come back. They'll score 3 in the second. Both teams score 4 in the 7th. Again, I'm seeing a lot of high-scoring games in these box scores. Not a lot of 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. It's like 3 score runs, 5 runs, 4 runs. Maybe it's the new way the game plays out. For Waikiki, their ace does not get the win, but he will pass it off to Mr. Seth Lugo from the New York Mets, 2021 version. And Seth is not able to hold the win for Mark Gubiza. So Mark, do not buy him dinner after the series. He blew the save. You had a chance to go 6-0. Bad Seth. Bad Seth. But he will, here's what I don't like about baseball stats. He comes in for 1/3 of an inning and he blows the save. But because he's in at the end of the inning, Waikiki scores at the top of the next inning and he gets the win. So 1/3 of an inning work, he gives up a hit, a run, an earned run, a home run. He gets the win. Boy, talk about not having to earn your paycheck there. I could have went in and pitched 1/3 of an inning and had the same results, and I would have got my first major league win. Shame on you, Seth Lugo. And Seth, the real Seth, if you're watching, I don't mean shame on you personally. I mean the virtual version. Mr. Brent Anderson will come in for the win or for the save, his first save of the tournament. And for the losing Archers, similar situation. They have the lead. Blake Taylor comes in, pitches 2/3 of an inning, gives up 4 earned runs. So I'm writing his name. Do not draft Blake Taylor. Looks like he sucks. And that's pretty much it. Those 4 runs by Waikiki in the bottom of the 7th inning will take the victory. On the batting side, Waikiki will get no home runs, but their pitcher, this is a no DH tournament. So pitchers have to hit. And look at that. Mark Gubiza has 5 hits in the tournament in 21 at-bats. Not bad for a pitcher, including a triple and 4 RBIs. So Mark Gubiza is coming to play. Pitcher you have to look for in these tournaments. Otherwise, no double hits other than their catcher, Kurt Manwaring from the Giants. He chips in with a couple hits, 1 run scored. For Archers, they are all about power, it looks like. They draft guys like Dolph Camilli. Look at this. Look at that blue. Oh, I feel like I'm outside on a nice summer's day. The sun is up in the sky. Look at that. We got the orange sun up in the sky, and we got blue down at the bottom. I guess we would need orange, blue, and then the green grass to make our environmental card. Bummer that your logo's not working. Your YouTube logo. Oh, there we go. Chat. We have our 2 finalists in the house here, and we got Michael waiting for his first sim. That's pretty cool. You got your perfect team. So you must have opened your packs. And if you're not familiar with perfect team, there's iron cards, gold, silver, all the way up to a card that says 100 on it. That's your perfect card. Those tend to be your better cards. This tournament is designed specifically for the lower level ones, only the iron and bronze. But in your sim, you're probably going to go into the entry pool now, and you'll see cards from 40 all the way up to 100. What you want to look for is not the number on the front of the card, Michael. The number on the front is not the most important thing. Most important thing is what it looks like underneath the hood. These ratings here. And for hitters, you want eye and you want power. You kind of want a little bit of everything, but a lot of eye and power seems to work. Look at Dolph Camilli. He's hitting 294. He's got 8 home runs, 21 RBIs. So this profile seems to be working in this tournament. Yeah, if you have any questions, Michael, please fire away. We got some experts in the chat, even though one is kind of like a new expert, having a lot of success. By the way, I'm going to make this official, public now. I'll mention this Monday on Twitch, but here on YouTube, this guy in chat that's called Tactile Necks. Let me show you this. This deserves some praise. Where is it here? Where is it? Right. I got to go back into my tournament history. Yesterday, the very first day of the release, there was a tournament that came out that's called the Pop-Up Tournament. 256 teams. So you don't have a very good chance of winning. 256. I mean, if I counted to 256, 1, 2, 3, 4, it would take me a long time. That's a lot of teams. I made it to round number 4 and I lost in game 7. But one of the individuals in chat, who shall be nameless momentarily, look at that. Does that name look familiar? Archers Packtown Necks. They won the final. They emerged out of 256 teams to win the final 4-1. And with that, they received 2 perfect packs, which means one of the cards in the packs is guaranteed to be a perfect card, a 100 level card. Just amazing. Just that you might as well quit the game now, Tactile. Hang your hat on the rack, take a photo, frame it on the wall, because it really doesn't get any better than that for regular tournaments. This is the cream of the crop. 256 teams. We don't have any tournaments larger than that, and you emerged victorious. And not only that got a pretty good card too in one of the packs. All right, enough about the rookie. We're supposed to, haze rookies. We're supposed to give them a hard time. We're not supposed to celebrate and encourage them. Come on, this is sports. Veterans, you're supposed to tease them and go, "Oh, you guys got lucky, man. Just wait. Wait till the PTCS." All right, we got the next sim in, game number 5. Yeah, I thought this is Jeff Steelflex. Yeah, you're pointing that out to Tactile. Yeah, okay. Now you guys are halfway through the tournament. Now you're coming out on the field and shaking hands. How you doing? Good. How you doing? Good. Now I got to go back to the dugout and beat you. All right, let's go to game number 5. Not an elimination game, so we can go right in and look at the box score. And Waikiki is showing a little bit of veteran presence here with a 6-2 victory. Both teams, 7 hits. Pivotal game 5, though, goes to Waikiki. Not a pitcher I would expect to do well in terms of it being a live card and an iron card at 59. But looking at the profile, Jeff, I think that was a good find for an iron card. Like the pitcher BABIP, little bit splitty. So if he faces a lot of left-handed batters, it's to your advantage. But he is 5-2, respectable 3.33 ERA, not a lot of stamina. And he did give up 2 home runs. Both runs scored against him were dingers. For the Archers, one of their better pitchers, Slim Harris, with 2 S's and 2 R's. Omaris or Harris? Harris. Sometimes the font, it's tough to see. Harris. Again, this is one of these dead ball profiles with low stuff and good control. If he had a little more pitcher BABIP, he'd rock. You can see he's given up a lot of hits, though. 5 hits, 4 hits, 4 hits, 7 hits in about 6 innings of work. So I like my pitcher BABIP at least 80. Stuff, you're not going to get a lot of strikeouts. He hasn't had a ton of strikeouts, but he's only given up 2 home runs, which is good. So Slim Harris is your losing pitcher in game number 5. Hitting wise, we get a double dinger. 2 home runs. The only 2 runs they would score are off the bat of Scott Hairston. So Hairston really had that pitcher's number. Home run in the second and a home run in the 4th. So the only 2 runs that Schuster would give up were home runs to Hairston. So make note of that. If you see anyone running Mr. Jared Schuster, make sure you have that guy as your catcher. This guy, center fielder. You want him in the lineup. He does well against that pitcher. You've worried you've blown all your luck. Well, you got your 15 minutes of fame, right? And then the clock kind of moves on. For the Waikiki Wayfinders, live card Brett Batty will hit a home run. He gets 2 runs and 2 hits in game number 5. Mr. Nolan Schwanel, he will get a home run, 1 hit, 2 RBIs. So there is a bulk of the runs. Rick Monday once again chips in with a couple hits. And 3 RBIs. We mentioned Brett Beatty, 3 RBIs in that game. Look at that set of badges. Okay, there's another name to write down. If you see live card Brett Beatty, he was MVP of the semis, MVP of the quarters, and MVP of round 3. 3 rounds in a row, he's been MVP. And based on his production so far, he's got a shot of being MVP again. 61 live Brett Beatty, ripping it up. And he plays a lot of positions here. Why I like looking at tournaments after. You find some of these possible gems. What else is going on? Can't sleep on the live cards. There are some solid options there. Yeah. Well, Brett Beatty, you get one of these.
Winner.
In fact, you get 2.
Winner.
No, you've been MVP 3 times.
Winner.
Brett Beatty, that's for you. As he said in his post-game comments, huge, a man of few words. Huge, Beatty said. Game 5 is huge. I think he likes that word. So we're going to go to elimination game number 6. I'm going to turn off my show scores because we don't want any spoilers here. Let's go. I know it's here somewhere. Where is it? Where's my show scores? Hide scores. There we go. So a little bit of suspense. One more win, and Jeff Steele Flex will win his first 5L ever. One of these will be a first-time winner ever. We've played 101 tournaments, and both these guys are in their first finals. And to win the inaugural OOTP 25 5L, which is already full for tomorrow, again, something to hang your hat on. In game number 5, we will have, or game number 6, Brady Singer will be going for the Archers Pactel next. Brady is 3-1. He hasn't given up a lot of runs in the last 5 games, only given up 2 earned runs. So he's running hot right now, 106 ERA. So you can't ask for much better. He's got good control, fairly good stuff. Does give up some hits. He has given up 9 hits in one game, 6 hits in another game. So Jeff Steele Flex can take advantage of that BABIP. And for Waikiki, they're going with 1-3. Dan Worthen from the Montreal Expos, 1975, which ironically, this tournament is 1976 settings. Whenever you go into a tournament, you want to check this little information on the left-hand side. We're playing at Sagic Baseball Stadium in 1976. So Dan, it's from your time period. Are you going to be able to take this one home? Are you going to be able to clinch the World Series for Waikiki? Not having a great tournament. He's 1-3 with a 6.35 ERA, gives up a lot of runs, gives up some home runs. He walks a bunch of people. That control, that scares me. Everything else is good. Cover up that red and it looks good. Michael, if you're choosing cards for tournaments, you don't want a ton of red, especially for these bottom 2 for pitchers. Pitcher BABIP and control, you want to avoid red. It's better to have red higher up for pitchers. Oh, I'm not making you blush. You're probably like, why does everyone say this game is so difficult? Like, people are saying it's, oh, you got to be careful. You don't have high expectations. It's tough. And here you are pulling combinator perfects and winning 264 team tournaments. Just wait. Right, Jeff? Just wait. Wait until league play. 0-2 in your first Sims. Well, keep watching the videos, Michael. Along the way, you'll pick up some advice on Perfect Team. there can be a steep learning curve unless your name is Tactile Necks. There can be a steep learning curve. Well, I think a game 6 is almost in. So before we head over there, I want to make sure I don't show the result. So I'm going to put this up. Again, those of you on YouTube, if you only follow on YouTube, you need to get over to Twitch, because if you watch streams like this on Twitch, when I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, by watching me, you can earn free packs for your perfect team. So for every 15 minutes that you watch, a pack will pop up on your team. And hey, you never know what you're going to get in that pack. YouTube does not have that kind of system. OOTP would like it. I have tried to push YouTube to put something in like that, but they're a big company and they don't listen to little guys like us. But yeah, right now you can only get those pack drops by having a Twitch account. Twitch is kind of like YouTube anyway, live streamers. So here is our March 15th. I guess it's the 16th, because there wasn't a tournament yesterday. We will find out who gets to go in the winner's circle. Let's go into it. Congratulations to both of you guys. The only reason I went live today, 2 reasons. It's the first one, and you guys are awesome. I know you guys. So I have no problem hopping on if I know the participants. Okay, let's go back into it. Game number 6. Waikiki versus Archers. From a TV show, I believe. I believe you told me it was from the TV show Archers. That's where you got inspired for the name. I haven't really even watched a lot of the highlights to see the new animations, so let's go into that now. Happy Saturday, everyone. Here we have game 6 between Tactile Necks and the Waikiki Wayfinders. And we're in the top of the first, 1 out, Jack Manning at the plate. Jack will pop one into left field. And with that, Archers has a man on. 2 out now, 2 on for catcher Steve Yeager up against the out of control Dan Worthen. And Yeager drives that one into the gap. That goes to the wall. Here comes the throw in. Runner will be safe from second base. Archers take the lead 1-0 early in the game. In fact, they score a couple more. So Archers will get a couple more runs. It is now 3-0 going to the bottom of the first. But look at that. Waikiki, runners on first and second. 1 out for Johnny Groth. Here comes the pitch. That one is driven into left field. Picked up, thrown in. 1 run will score. Second run is coming home. The play at the plate is cut off. And the play at third base, safe. It is a triple for Groth. And Jeff Steele Flex comes back with 2 runs. Still in the first inning, Mike Andrews at the plate. Runner on third. Can he tie the game up? He will. Wow, 3-0 lead evaporates. It is now 3-3. One team win World Series. One team win. Game 7 will take place. All right, here is pitcher Dan Worthen. He can add to the lead. He does. He pops one over the shortstop's head. 1 run comes in. 2 runs come in. And man, we have a barn burner here in the first inning. It is already 5-3. Pitchers way off their game. Into the second now. Billy Hatcher at the plate. Marty Marion at first. Worthen delivers, and that one is driven into the gap. Into the season ticket sign. You want season tickets? Call 888-543-1268. Season tickets on sale now. A double will knock in a run. It is 5-4. Archer still threatening here. Adam Dunn. And I think Tactile, when you say Adam Dunn, he says one word. Dinger. Dinger. Dunn. Oh, not much of a dinger, but he does get it through the infield. Another run comes in, and it is now tied at 5. Neither team wants to keep the lead here. You take the lead. No, 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 I insist. Tie it up. Okay, I'll take the lead then. How about you take it back? Okay, I'll tie it up. Let's be friends. Bottom of the second. Nolan Schwanel, runner on third base, and Schwanel will deliver. And it is a 6-5 score, folks. And no, we're not in the 8th or 9th inning. It is 6-5 after 2. Okay, the game has had some mercy on us. It's taking us now to the top of the 5th inning. Dolph Camilli at the plate. We showed you his profile before. Good eye, good power. Adam Dunn on first, Dan Worthen with the pitch. 3-1 count. And that is low and inside. Not a bad decision, though. I would probably want to walk Dolph Camilli, too. That's the beauty of this game, right? The emotional roller coaster. Yay! Ooh, yay! This sucks. Woohoo! Don't. All right. Top of the 5th, runners on first and second. 1 run down. Dan Worthen. Jeff Steelflex has the long hook on Worthen. Yeager at the plate. Yeager right to the third baseman for the first out of the 5th inning. Beatty with the catch. Pedro Alvarez, third baseman for the Pactal Necks at the plate. Worthen delivers. That one gets past the shortstop. Runner thinks about coming around. He will. It's a gun to the plate, but the catcher cannot handle it. And Mr. Adam Dunn will tie the game up at 6. Oh, a great throw to gun him out at home. And the catcher flubs it. Cooper Hummel with the error. Scott Hairston now at the plate. Runners on second and third with 1 out. And that is a walk to load the bases. I don't know, Jeff. It's time to pull your pitcher. He's struggling out there. And he listens. Because in comes Clem Dreiserword, who is not featured in National Lampoon's Vacation. But it sounds like a guy that should be. Clem Dreiserword. All right, Clem. Let's see what you can do. Marty Marion at the plate. Not really known for his... turn your game off, Tactile. Don't get any spoilers. Watch it here. And that one, Marty Marion delivers another RBI. Known for his defense, but produces some offense there. Alvarez will score. It is 7-8-6 now. You guys are giving me a workout here. Why can't it be a 1-0 game? We go to bottom of 5. Nolan Schwanel at the place. Hal Jeffcoat on to pitch for the Archers. And again, this is the 15th hit of the game. And we're only in the 5th inning. Runner on for Mike Andrews. Andrews deep to center field. Center fielder tracks it. He catches it. Runner will hold up at first. We have 2 out for Whitey Witt. Whitey Witt with the great mitt. Will he sit? Let's find out. Nope. He will deliver, and that's going to drop in front of the right fielder. Runner round second, heading to third, stands up at third, and stand-up double. 2 out. All right, big chance for Jeff Steelflex to get some runs back here. Cooper Hummel at the plate, the number 9 hitter, the catcher. Mr. Haggerty on deck. One. Oh, it is a shot, but right to the right fielder. That could have done some damage, but they were positioned well on that one. Mr. Tactile sure knows his defense and his shifts. We go to the top of the 6th, Jack Manning up against Clem Dreiserword. Manning, deep, over the baseball sign. Look at that synchronicity of the two balls beside the word baseball. And that is going to be a solo shot for Jack Manning. And we go to the top of the 8, and the game says, hey, you want more Jack Manning? Hey, did you see what he just did?
Winner.
Absolutely. He had maybe the game winner there, and he's back up. No one out, top of the 8, 9-6 game. That one, another deep shot into left center field, and that one
Winner.
is gone. Jack Manning. With the home run. That's going to make it 11-6 as we go to the bottom of the 8th. And I think we may be heading back to Archer's home stadium, but not so fast. Witt delivers. Yeager delivers a shot of his own. Unfortunately, it's only a solo shot to make it 12-8 now in the bottom of the 9th inning. But look at this, Archer. Are you nervous? Full count. Bases loaded. Rick Monday at third, Willie Cam at second, Cooper Hummel at first, and leadoff hitter Sam Haggerty at the plate. 4-run lead, or is it a tie game? Or somewhere in between? Oh boy, you couldn't ask for more than this. A chance to tie the game with one swing of the bat up against Frank Ufima. Frankie, here comes the pitch. He delivers. Oh, gets by the second baseman. I thought he had that. Oh, 2 runs are going to come in. And Waikiki Wayfinders are now just down by 2. Oh, we got to watch that replay. How did he miss that? Watch this in slow motion, apparently. Oh, he just mistimed it. It went through both of his arms. Man, and that's going to bring up now the winning run to the plate in the form of Mike Fischlin. 12-10. Oh boy, 27 hits, 3 errors. Frank Ufima up against number 2 shortstop Mike Fischlin. Here comes the pitch on a 1-2 count. This one, second baseman handles it, gets over to the base in time, and congratulations. Man, my team isn't even in this, and I was nervous for both teams. As Waikiki is going to go home, or actually go on the road now for game number 7. Okay, no spoilers. Don't look at the results. You guys, there is no losers in this tournament. Well, technically there is one. But both you guys are going to walk home with a pack, a diamond pack at least. And I'm going to create a thread in the in my Discord, guys, for 5L packs. Post what you guys get in your diamond packs, even if they're crappy cards. After the fact, just post so we can see what a 5L championship pack looks like. Of course, Waikiki, or Tactile is going to pull a Combinator Ty Cobb or something. If that happens, man, I'm going to ask you for some numbers. All right, let's go. Where is the tournament? Got to go to finished tournaments because we know it's over. We just don't know who won. And I'm going to do my best not to look at the score because I don't want to know. I'm going to Gonna zone that out. I do have the scores off anyway, but I don't want to see who won it. Let's go there. I can't see it yet. Go to the schedule. No scores. Don't look at the bottom. Oh, it doesn't show me anyway. Okay. We're good. Game 7, boys. Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube world, give it up as we are going to Game 7 in the first OOTP 25 5L tournament. We may not be on Twitch and have the big audience, but I'm sure the word will get out. Who do we got? We've got Mr. Trodson going up against the ace of the staff, Mr. Atchison. So I have to favor Raleigh in this case because Raleigh's had a really good tournament. But you got to play it out. Good luck to both of you. See some comments here. You worried you've blown all your good fortune? Michael, you just got a combinator Pat Duncan 74. That's what you get for watching lap. No. I can't even say that. That's what you get when you're in the same room as Tactile. Tactile, you're going to have to let people like rub your noggin or something. Just we're going to start announcing, folks, Tactile is in the house. Feel free to open your packs. Just start opening your packs. If for some reason a commercial comes on, because I have no control over YouTube commercials, I don't know when they come on. If you're a premium subscriber on YouTube, you don't get commercials. But if they do come on during the game, just let me know in the chat, and I'll wait till you're back because we don't want to miss Game 7. So, Michael, we'll talk about if you don't know what a combinator card is, it's that pretty red card. We'll talk about what those do. But those are, I think, 1 out of every 400 silver cards are one of those. So you did well. Your poll picture is super slow, so Raleigh's either going to win or lose. Well, that's we're going to rename your team to Captain Obvious, I think. He's either going to win or lose. Yeah, well, I guess he could have a no decision. I can hear your nervousness. Okay, let's go on with it, guys. Top of the first inning, full count. First batter, runner on. Second batter, I guess. Fly out to right field. And a run scores from third. It is 1-0. Waikiki up early. Wonder if cameras. Wonder what the best cameras are. Any of you play the base game a lot and know what the best cameras are? I think I want, for my initial camera, center field close. Picture camera. We'll go center field close there. I know I'm just keeping you guys in suspense. HP action camera. Let's see what this looks like. All right, let's just try this. Okay, that's a little bit closer. Nolan Schwanel, or maybe it's not. Here comes the pitch. That one delivered to right field. That one's going to fall in front of the right fielder. He chases it to the wall. He waits a minute, and then he guns it in. Here comes the runner from third. He is scoring. He will score. And Waikiki Wayfinders have now extended their lead to 4-1 in the bottom of the second. But before you get too excited, Jeff Steelflex, Archer has 2 runners on with 1 out and a chance to tie the game on the bat of Billy Hatcher. Hatcher, deep fly ball to right field. That's going to be caught. Runner will tag up. No, the runner will not tag. They do not want to test the arm of Cooper Hummel. 2 on, 2 out for Jack Manning. If you forgot what Jack Manning did last game, all I've got for you is
winner.
Yeah, that's what he did last game. In fact, I think twice. All right, 2 on, 2 out. Manning at the plate. Manning is going to get that one over the shortstop. Once again, it goes between both arms. That's a new animation. And a runner will score. And what used to be a 4-0 game, these teams do not like to hold the lead. It is now 4-2. Bottom of 3, no one out. Steve Yeager at the plate. Adam Dunn at first base. Trodson with the pitch. And again, they need a taller shortstop. Jeff, you need to draft height. You could have grabbed both of those. Okay, threatening again, Archer is. Dolph Camilli. Ooh, I'd want to pitch around Dolph Camilli. Here comes the pitch. Dolph swings right to third, over to second for one. They cannot turn the double play, but they do get an out on the fielder's choice. Runners now at first and third for Pedro Alvarez. Here comes the pitch. That one into a right field. Runner goes back to tag. Here comes the throw in, and the runner, the cameraman is drunk. The runner does not advance. The runner holds. He is scared. I do not want to go. I don't want to test his arm. I might get my uniform dirty. Okay, pitcher is up now. Raleigh Atchison. Early, too early to pinch hit. So they're going to give him a shot. What can he do? Atchison gets the bat on the ball, flies out to center field. Threat eliminated. Big chance to score more than a couple runs, and they don't. As now we're going to head to the top of the fourth. Whose pen is going to be challenged first, Tactile, for sure? Good question, Michael. We'll address that during the 7th inning stretch. Home run! Ding, 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 ding. We got to give you a ding, ding for that one.
Winner.
We got a home run there. Kurt Manwaring, his first home run of the tournament, and what a time to hit a home run. It is now 5-2 as we go to the bottom of the fourth. Billy Hatcher. You may have seen the Hollywood movie. Billy Hatcher at the plate, runner on first, and Hatcher to short, to second, to first, double play, 2 out, no one on. Another threat eliminated by the veteran. We go to the bottom of the 5th. They don't want Waikiki batting now. They want to show Tactile with all his bats. Dolph Camilli at the plate. He cannot tie the game, but he can make it a 1-run game. Luis Frias in the game as they get to the bullpen, and now the bullpen, both teams don't really have a strong bullpen. So we could see some runs here. Camilli at first, Dunn at second. Pedro Alvarez can tie the game with one swing of the bat. Nope. He swung all right, but right through it. Second out of the 5th inning. They cannot get anything going. Okay, here we have 3-time MVP Brett Beatty at the plate. Batty. We're going to call him Batty because this is baseball. Brett Batty, baby. Baseball. Baseball's Brett Batty, baby. This is the 5L. Now you have the 4B. Cooper Hummel at first. Jerome Williams in the game, and Jerome gives up a line shot that goes into the corner. He's running away from the ball. First time I've seen that one. Runner is going to score, and it's going to be a sliding triple for MVP Brett Beatty. I'm calling it now, World Series MVP. Triple is going to score the 6th run, and oh. It is now 8-2. The bad news is it's 8-2. The good news is there's no one out in the bottom of the 8th. So before we finish it off, let's go back to Michael's question. Let's see here. Where is Michael's question here? Does perfect team carry over from 24? How do you guys have such good teams in 24 hours? Are you talking the teams on the field right now that we're watching, or are you talking in your league? Because there's two different answers. Batty is the GOAT, yeah. There's two players I'm looking for now. One of them is that the pitcher that had a bad game today, but he looks pretty good. And then Brett Beatty live. All right, let's go to the bottom of the eighth. 6 runs is nothing. The way this tournament has gone, you guys have scored 4 runs in an inning, 5 runs in an inning. Jeff had 4 in the first inning here. By no means is it over, especially since he's got Seth Lugo on the mound. Okay, here we go. First batter in the bottom of the 8th. Anything up the sleeve? Well, I'd say that might not be the ace of spades up the sleeve, but it's definitely the queen of hearts. Seth Lugo is not the guy I want finishing this series. But Camille?
Winner.
Absolutely. You're just lucky bases were not loaded there. Well, Lugo's still in the game. We got another runner on, Willie Bloomquist, not really known as a home run guy, but he's at the plate. And let me get you that Discord link here, Mike, before I forget. Yeah, you come all over to the Discord. These guys are here. Let me copy that. Okay. And yeah, come over to the Discord. There, people will help you out. They'll answer your questions, and they'll want to beat you, of course, but they'll do it in a nice, friendly way. I don't know if this will come over on YouTube. Let me know if that works, Mike. You might have to copy and paste it or manually put it in. It might not be a direct link. Let's see. Let me try it over here. There you go. Hopefully one of those two work. Okay, let's get back to it because Jeff Steel Flex has the champagne bottle ready. He's got his finger on the little cork. He's still at work, but hey, it's Saturday. People really don't watch what you're doing on Saturdays because they don't want to be working. It's the weekend. Willie Bloomquist at the plate, and he delivers. There better be a goodbye song to Seth Lugo here, Jeff, because it is 8-3, no one out. Marty Marion at the plate. Seth Lugo still in the game. Now the nerves have to be itching up a little bit. No one out. One, Marty Marion to short, over to second for one, back to first for the double play. Now you can feel a little bit better. 1L with the stretch. It is 8-3. The game has moved us now to the bottom of the 9th. And usually if it's a 2-strike count at this point, we know it's game over. But it's not. 1 ball, 2 runners on for pinch hitter Mike Diaz. Unfortunately, you needed a pinch hitter for Marty Marion because he's not really a good hitter. You got to set your sliders to pinch hit more in late innings. That's what some managers do. Is you can set sliders for the whole game, but you can manually set sliders for later in the game. So you need to go to 8th inning, 9th inning, pinch hit very often. And they probably would have pinch hit there for Marty Marion. All right, Mike Diaz at the plate. 112 power. Here we go. Delivered deep to center field. It's going. It is gone. Oh, Groth could not. He ran out of real estate trying to track that one down. 432 feet for Mr. Mike Diaz. And just when you thought the champagne bottle could be corked, we have
Winner.
another home run. That deserves not bells. That deserves this. Yeah, it deserves a little something special. Okay. Pedro Alvarez, 2-2 counts, 8-6 game. He needs to get on base. Don't worry about a home run here. Little bloop single, an error, hit batter. 2-2 counts. Grant Anderson, can he get the save? The pitch. And that one to shortstop. Takes his time, gets set, delivers to first base. And Waikiki win the World Series, the first 5 ever.
Winner.
Congratulations.
All right. Yes.
Monday on Twitch, Jeff, I expect to see you dancing naked, not on camera, but on emotes, because you're going to be hungover and still partying Monday morning, maybe with a lampshade on. 8-6. Good comeback there at the end, Archers. You were just too far behind. That 4 spot in the top of the first inning, that pretty much did it right there. Atchison takes the loss. He goes to 5-1. Still has a really strong tournament. The win goes to Frias. Live card. Grant Anderson will take the save. So a live win save combination for Waikiki. And what did I say? This guy being World Series MVP? Well, let's find out. Who is it? Your World Series MVP goes to oh, they gave it to Rick Monday. Well, he had 6 hits in 5 games. Understandable. I probably would have given it to Beatty, but in fact, let's see how he did in the World Series. Brett Beatty. Batting stats, game log. So many stats. You're new to the game on YouTube here. So many stats you can look at. So Beatty, oh, wow. Oh, that's the regular season. I don't want to see the regular season. I want to see the playoffs. 2 hits, 4 hits, 5, 8 hits in the World Series. And Rick Monday had batting stats, game log, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Rick, you deserve it. It's only Saturday, but we'll give it to you. So once again, for posterity, you can tell your grandkids, your great grandkids, direct them to an old 30-year-old video on YouTube from a Canadian and say, kids, watch Grandpa take out this young buck who thought he was going to dominate everything. Well, kids, that's what you can do. 6-4 for the Wayfinders in game 1. Game 2 goes to Archers 5-2. They will take game 3 as well. 4-2. That's the only lead they will have in the series, though, because Waikiki will win game 4, 7-4. They take games 5, 6-2, 12-10 in an exciting game 6. My voice does not thank you for that one. And then game 7 doesn't look like it was close, but Pac Tactile made it close in the end. Okay, one other thing I like to do when I do cover the final, and again, I'm glad I did hop on because you're two great managers, and it's good for posterity's sake. Let's take a look at how both teams got to the finals. Look at all these teams with PCK on them. Love it. Now I got to find yours. Archer, A. Calling Archer. Calling Archer. So, Series 1, Archer will win 4-1, so easily handled the first round. Round 2, they would sweep, so they start off going 8-1 in the tournament. Very well done. In round number 3, where is Archer? Archer will... That's not you. That's not you. There you are. You'll win in 6 games. So you got a little bit of a test in round 3. In the quarterfinals, it will be 4-0, another sweep over the Golden Grizzlies. And in the semifinals, both teams had to go 7 games. It was very close to both teams not being here. Waikiki had to win 5-2, and Archer won game 7, 6-4. And the other team almost came back to tie that one up. So what comes around goes around, I guess. The path for Waikiki, that one should be easy to find. Round 1, they defeat the Michigan State Spartans 4-2. In round number 2, it will be a 7-game series, but they do win game 7, 7-1. In round number 3, they will take on the Reykjavik Phoenix, run by Punk, 42 AE. So, Jeff, you managed to squeeze Punk out there, winning 11-6 in game 7. So you definitely faced a lot more adversity because even in the quarterfinals, you went game 7. This time you won 6-5. Oh, I mention this every time. I'm still mentioning it. This is how close you can go. Waikiki go 7 games, 7 games. Here they go 7 games, and they score 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th to walk it off. They were that close from not even making the semifinals. A walk, a single, a tag up, a fly out, a walk, and the winning run is walked in. This guy let his team down. But with that control, I am not drafting guys with that control. I don't care what everything else looks like. Here's the perfect case why you don't draft low control guys. Because they bring them in the 9th inning, and 1 walk, 2 walks, 3 walks. Unacceptable. Do not draft those low control guys. You're taking a big risk. In the semifinals, Waikiki again will go 7. Jeff, how did you survive? Wow, I don't know if I've ever seen that before. When we look at your profile, it's going to be 7, 7, 7, 7. And then, of course, in the finals, you go to game 7. That's amazing. Let's look at the tournament tree. Look at this, Wayfinders. 6 games in round 1, then 7 games, then 7 games, then 7 games, then 7 games, and then 7. You were 1 game short of going the max. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 7 is 42. You played 41 games and you were still able to win. I was unsure if a team could do that without any days of rest. Your only rest was 1 day after round 1. Look at this schedule. How come we can't see your schedule? There used to be a schedule tab up here. I'm going to report this team. I'm going to report them for being too good. Maybe down here? Okay, so I have to go to Waikiki this way. Look at this. 1 day off, and then we go into May. Jeff, you get an extra.
Winner.
That's amazing. I'm sure teams have gone all 7 games in every series, but in a game where stamina matters, for you to win it, that's just incredible. Because we look at Archer. Like, look at this. Look at this. He had a cakewalk. All these, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days off at some point. You had 1. That even makes it more you can savor it even more. Yeah. Oof. All right, let's take a look at the leaderboard here. This is something you should do, Michael, when you get into tournaments. After the tournament, go in and take a look at the hitting leaders, at the pitching leaders, and just kind of see if there's any patterns. Do you see the same name quite a bit? This is just one tournament, though, but Dolph Camilli had 9 home runs. Abreu had 8 home runs. But if you play 3 or 4 tournaments and you're seeing the same names at the top of the leaderboard, those are cards you want to draft. Same with the pitchers. I like to look at WAR. I like to look at WHIP. Look at wins, of course. ERA. FIP is another big one. And after a few tournaments, you get to see which players are more draftable for this tournament. All right, let's go take a look at the comments. Good game. Very well fought. Congratulations. Excited to win your inaugural or win the inaugural 5L finally. Hold a historical 95 Del Pratt. No way. Even when you lose, you win. Well, make sure you post that in the Discord. You're welcome. I love the tournament, and I don't mind, especially when there's 2 managers I know. I absolutely don't mind streaming it. If it was 2 guys I didn't know, I probably wouldn't come on today. At one point, you were 22-16, and he was 22-8. Yeah, that's because he played a lot more games. Michael, I don't know if you've ever written fan mail before, but you should write a letter to Tactile, because that's 2 combinators and silvers where the odds are not that great. Congratulations. Okay, how do you get so many good cards? In this tournament that I showed you here, or in your league play? Thanks, guys, for watching. If you guys need to take off or whatever, you saw your World Series, that's great. I'm going to stick around for a little bit. I'm going to draft my team for tomorrow, and I'm going to talk Michael through a couple things, because we want new players to stick around, not to be scared off. Hopefully this will encourage Michael to stay around. Mainly league, since that's what you're focusing on. Okay, I'm going to go into my league. And then I'm going to draft my 5L team for tomorrow. So again, when you say good cards, that's always a tough category, because it depends what your definition of a good card. Most new players, when they start, they think new cards are all the higher numbers here. So here, these are all the cards I own. These are all the cards I got in packs. You can filter them by your historical cards. You can filter them by your live cards. So right now, there's 2 ways you can get cards. One, is by packs, which you've been pretty successful on. And the other one is by going to the card shop, looking for a specific player, and buying him. This John Olerud right now, which someone in the chat has, he's right now probably the best first baseman in the game against right-handed pitchers. So he's on sale for 350,000 perfect points. So if you had 350,000 and you wanted John Olerud, you could simply click the buy it now button. Most cards are not that expensive. So that's how some teams get their cards. But I would say 90% of the players have the cards they do from the packs. Most of their cards are from these packs. Now, how do you get packs? Well, one way is you go to the pack shop and you spend your perfect points to get packs. You can get the lower rated cards, the slightly higher rated ones, better ones, or more premium cards. But of course, it costs you more points to buy them. You'll see on the top, Michael, I have 73,000 points. That's because yesterday when the game came out, I went to the point shop. They have a sale on right now where you get bonus points. So I spent $50, and that's the only money I'm going to spend all year in the game. I always spend my money up front, and I only put $50 in. So I got 75,000 perfect points. I bought 75 packs because that's 75,000 perfect points. And in those 75 packs, you're going to get some good cards, like your combinator cards. But for the majority of them, what I did is as soon as I opened it, watch this, I'll open one. Tactile, I hope you're still here and I get some of your pack luck. I tell you, if I pull a perfect while you're here, I'm making you an emote, a special lucky emote. And then what I'll do is when I open a pack, if I get a card that's 70 or higher, I'll sell it right away because I don't ever plan on using it because it's usually not good in league play. Okay, so I go open the next pack. Again, all bronze and iron, which is common. Go open another one. Eventually, I'm going to hit a silver or gold. Not yet. How about now? Do we have a silver or gold? Okay, so here's a silver, Kerry Wood. So I don't plan on using Kerry Wood on my team. So I'll go and say, well, okay, I'm going to sell him. The going rate is about 2,300. I'm going to put him on for 3,300. And then when that card sells, I'll get 3,000 perfect points. And then I can go and buy more packs with it to try and get better cards. That's what a lot of people do. They buy and sell, they buy and sell, they buy and sell. Sell cards, take the points to buy more packs, at least early in the game. Because if you get a good card, if you pull that John Olerud, you can sell it and buy 300 packs. And those combinators, as you can see, I've not pulled one here. Those combinators are tough, especially the live cards I sell. So here is Spencer Steer. I don't want him. No one's selling him. I'm going to sell him for 1,000 points, which is much more than you'll get for him 2 weeks down the road. In a couple weeks, his price will settle at around 150. Right now, I can make 9 times that much because the game just came out. And you're asking, well, why would people buy these cards at that high price? Well, let me show you. Because in your game, if you go to main missions, there are all these scavenger hunts, these missions for you to complete. So when I click on Live Level 2 Washington, as soon as I get 28 of these 30 cards, it unlocks a silver pack and this Joe Hesketh card, which I can use on my team. I get that card free. And most of these are gold cards or better. So they're pretty good cards for this point in the game. So what some people will say is, well, I only need 15 more cards. I'm going to go click on search all cards for this mission. It brings this screen up. And now I can go and I can buy all the cheap ones that I'm willing to buy to help finish that mission. I'm going to hide the ones I own already. And you know what? For you, just to show you, let me finish this mission. I don't mind spending a little bit. 50 points is not bad. 50 points for irons. Double digits at this stage for an iron is not bad to spend. Buy. You have to buy them one at each time. What else is cheap? This one here. Now I go back to my mission screen and it says you have 22 out of 28. So I'll go back, 23, 24, 25, 26, and then a couple of expensive ones here, which I normally don't want to do, but I'll do it for educational purposes. All right, I've completed the mission. I've got 28 of 30. So now I've got this unlocked submit button. I hit submit. And now this Joe Hesketh card right here is part of my inventory. And I can take out one of my bad pitchers, Louis Ortiz, and I can put in Joe Hesketh. And now I can put him part of my rotation. Just like that. So there are people that sell cards like I showed you at the start to make perfect points, to get more packs. And there are people that buy cards to finish missions to get the better cards. So it's all a matter of, do you want to try and get your better cards from packs, or do you want to try and get your better cards from missions? Missions are predictable. You know which card you're going to get when you finish the mission. Packs, there's the element of surprise. So I can open up that silver pack that I just got from a mission, guarantees me a silver, but I don't want them. I'd rather have the 644 perfect points, lowest price on the market. So when someone's going to look to buy Jake Bird, the one I just put up is the cheapest. It always sells whatever the cheapest card is on the market. So if you put yours at, for instance, Steve Brody, if you put yours at 3,000, you got to wait for the fifth buyer to come in and buy it, because this one's going to sell first, and then this one, and this one, and this one. So if I want to sell him, I put him at a cheaper price, $19.93. And now someone that wants to buy this Steve Brody, mine will sell first. So you're looking for those red combinator cards, and you're looking for kind of live silver, gold that you can sell. Here's another one. I don't want it. 844, cheapest one. Because like I said, Michael, there are all these team missions. Every single live card, every live card in the game where you see the real picture of the player is part of a mission. So some people, they want this 97 Andre Dawson. So they want to complete all the missions. Some people may say, hey, I want this 89 Frank Chance. So I'm going to complete all the Chicago Cubs missions. So that's why selling right now is really good. Look, I finished Washington. Somehow I finished Washington. So now I'm going to submit, and I get that Ian Desmond card. So I can go to my inventory and look for Ian Desmond. There he is. I can go, does he look like a good player? He doesn't look too bad. And then I can go, well, what's he selling for on the card shop? I'd rather keep him than make 900 points for him. So I'm going to keep this one. I like to keep the historicals. And I'll show you why in a sec. So it all depends, Michael, on what type of game you want to play. Do you want to be a mission completion player and complete all the missions to get your cards? Or do you want to sell cards and use those points for packs? Some people will say it's not really economical to buy packs. It's cheaper to get the card you want on the card shop. I'd say that's true, but not for the first month. The first month, it's always better for me to buy packs. The other thing is, do you want to invest money in the game? Some people put hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars into the game, and they will have all 100s on their team. Just watch. In the next month, teams will have all diamonds and perfects. And you'll say, how did they get them? By buying them with money. Because you can go and buy 1 million perfect points for $500. You know what 1 million perfect points can do? 1 million perfect points. If I go look at some of the top players in the game right now, all these perfect cards, 1 million perfect points, I can get 9, 10 of the top players in the game. I can go out and I can buy this guy for 200,000. I can buy another guy for 200,000, another guy for 200,000. And there are people that will buy 2 or 3 of these. They'll spend $1,500, $2,000. They'll have 4 million perfect points because they want to be the best at the game right now. I am nowhere near that. I spend $50 a year and get the perfect points early. I buy packs. I sell my cards, and I've almost made my perfect points back. I'm 4,000 points short, and I will get it back once I open these other packs. Well, we're going to open 2 more. I'm going to leave my gold packs, but I'm going to open 2 more packs. See if we can get that combinator or perfect card. Nope, but I got a silver. We're going to put them on the card shop. 733. So, taught you a little bit about missions and how those work. Taught you a little bit about value of cards. You've got a couple combinators, which if you see on the chart here, 1 out of every 200 silver cards is a combinator. You did that twice. So if you open up packs until you get 200 silver cards, 1 of those will be a combinator on odds. A little bit tougher to get the gold, diamond, and perfect. A little easier to get the iron and bronze ones. You lucked out and you got 2 of the silver ones. I'll show you how those work here now. Every single historical card has a combinator match. Every one. So when you go to the card shop and you filter by non-live cards, every single card here, you might get the red card version of it. Tactile, who was in the chat earlier in the World Series, he pulled the combinator of Cy Young yesterday. Amazing. What that means, every combinator card, here's the base ratings, right, Michael? Here's what the ratings you get from a normal Cy Young. When you pull a combinator, like this Cy Young here, what a combinator allows you to do is to boost these ratings. Now, I can't show you how because I don't own a combinator card. I don't even know if there's a real cheap one here. No, I don't even want to spend $10,000 on one. But what it allows you to do for any combinator card, you can boost the ratings, but it's a gamble. You have to get rid of so many cards. And then it's like a roulette wheel. Yes or no, yes or no. Do you get the boost? Do you not get the boost? If it lands on no, you lose your cards that you invested into it and he stays the same. If it lands on yes, all of his ratings go up by like 0.2. So 0.2 more power, plus 2 more gap, plus 2 more contact. They all go up by 0.2. Then if you want to boost him again to level 3, same thing. You pump in all these cards, the wheel kind of spins, and if you're successful, he goes up another plus 3, plus 3, plus 3, plus 3 in all of his ratings. So that's why combinator cards are valuable. And this one's selling for 1.5 million perfect points because people know if they buy him, they can boost him up and make him even better. He's already one of the top 5 pitchers probably in the game. If you combinate him, he'll be the top pitcher in the game. So that's how combinators work. You can sell them. You'll make a lot of perfect points if you do. I would recommend, if you want to sell your silvers, probably put them up at about 20. I would put them up at about 40,000 perfect points. And if it sells, you make 36,000 perfect points, which means you can go and buy 36 more packs, or 18 silver packs, or 9 gold packs, or 2 diamond packs. So again, there's so much to teach new players, but that's kind of the basics, Michael. I haven't even looked at chat. Let's take a look at chat now. Kind of wanted to stay focused on going through a few things first here. Tactile's still here. Tanner, yeah, Jeff, you got three diamond packs. That's what they're awarding. You're either going to get tournaments with 2 historical diamonds or tournaments with 3 regular diamonds. So it probably evens out. I don't know what's better, the 2 historical diamonds or the 3 regular diamonds. I kind of would prefer the 3 regular, especially early in the game, because you can sell those live diamonds for probably a pretty penny. Looking for good definition and learn how I can build better teams. Why the base packs? Because the base packs right now have the better value. Because in a base pack, it's got the same odds to pull a perfect, a diamond, a gold. It's the exact same odds. So if you're looking to get a perfect card or a diamond card, why spend 4,000 when you have 4 chances by spending 1,000? I'd rather buy 4 of these to get my diamond card than 1 of these. It's the exact same odds. The only thing is, if you spend 4,000, you're guaranteed a gold card, 1 gold card at least. Where here, you're not guaranteed that gold card. But I'm always looking for diamonds and perfects, so I'd rather just rip these ones. So let's try 5 more. I bought 5 more. Takes down my perfect points, which I didn't want to do right now. I wanted to try and build that up a bit, but let's see if we can get a good card. All right, see, there you go. So I could have bought that gold pack for 4,000, but I got a gold in my standard pack. So that's why right now there's better value just buying the standards. What do we got? Caesar Tovar. Going for... So remember, I spent 5,000 points on 5 packs? When this card sells, and it will, I just made my perfect points back. I broke an even. From 1 card, I broke an even. And I got 4 more packs to go. Look, I'm glad this is working out this way. Another standard pack, another gold. So now I could have bought 2 gold packs for 8,000, but I got 2 golds for 2,000 and a silver. Joe Necro, let's go, Joe. So I always sell my live silver or higher because there's Good value in that right now. And sometimes I sell my historicals, sometimes I keep them. Look at this. Look at this. He's selling for 10,000 points. Joe Necro. Because he's part of a mission called Knuckle Sandwich. So I'm going to take 10,000 points. Will he help my team right now? Yes, but I'd rather have the points right now. I'm playing the long game, not the short game. Short term, he plays well on my team for a couple weeks. Long term, better cards come out because, Michael, every week they put new cards into the game. And generally, the newer cards outperform the older cards. So Joe Necro might be one of the best gold pitchers right now, but a month from now, you probably wouldn't want him in your lineup because other cards will pass him. Better batters come out that hit against him, and better pitchers come out that replace him. But he looks pretty good. 100 movement. So I've easily made my investment back. This pack, not so great. 2 more standard packs. Let's see if I can get something else good. Nope. So 2 really good packs, 2 dud packs. Let's see what the last one is. Dud pack. But I've doubled my investment. I've tripled my investment. When those cards sell, I'll make 15,000 perfect points. And I spent 5. So that's kind of how some people play the game. Like I said, not everyone plays it that way. You ask 5 different people, they'll give you 5 different pieces of information. Some will say, go finish your missions, go buy up all these live cards, get these cards in your lineup because they'll help your team. But those are more the short-term focused players. They want to win now, immediately. I don't care about winning now. I want to win 3-4 months down the road. So I'm kind of like a A-ball team, not a major league team. But I still have some pretty good cards in my lineup. I've got a diamond Mel Ott, the captain of my team. I've got a few silvers, a few golds. See, there we go. CJ Abrams just sold for 700. Doesn't take long to sell. If you list yours for the cheapest price, it'll sell probably within 10 or 15 minutes. It's always nice when those sale notifications come up. You can always adjust your prices if you go up to the market here and you go to your card orders. You can always go in and adjust them. For example, there is now for this card, Danny Litwiller, someone selling him for $1,846 or $1,800. I've got him for $1,993. I don't want to be. I want to be the lowest price. So I'm going to reduce my price by 1 to $17.99. So it's always good when you put cards on the card shop, go in once in a while. Here's one, someone's got it for $5,500. I'm way too high, so I'm going to put it for $5,400. And you kind of have to do that because otherwise no one's going to buy your card if there's a cheaper one out there. There's another one, 20-1, $29.93. So I'll tell you now, Michael, if you want to have success, you do need to put some time into the game. But for me, it's a lot of fun. I don't mind putting some time in. And there are ways of playing this game for fun. I run something called the Packs Only League, where people in this league, I'll show you right now. Notice all these teams have PCK at the end of it. You'll see it in my Discord too. We've got 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 57 managers that want to play for fun and only get to use the cards that they get in packs. So that means you have to build your team from cards you actually pull. You cannot build your team from buying cards on the card shop. You cannot build your team from putting in $500 and then going and buying a Larry Walker or a Cy Young or another perfect card. Our league is simply packs only, cards that you get from packs. So that's one way you can play it for fun. There's another a streamer out there, EVC and NYC, that has a themes team league where you come up with a theme. It can only be Chicago Cubs from any year. It can only be teammates of Reggie Jackson. It can only be Atlanta Braves from the 1960s to the 1990s. Whatever you want your theme to be, you can only use cards that fit that theme. So that's kind of a fun way to play. But right now, the common one is this universe where you're starting in the entry pool. On Monday morning, you're going to be put in one of these next 5 levels: rookie, stone, iron, bronze, and silver. The better you do in entry pool, the higher you'll be in one of these leagues. Ultimately, players try to get to perfect league because if you win that, OOTP sends you a physical trophy and they're pretty nice and you get bragging rights. But I'm going to be honest with you. 90% of the people, maybe not that high. I don't know. What do you guys think? 66%, 2/3 of the people that win these trophies, they buy the big PP packages. They spend a lot of money. The credit card's going quite a bit because to compete at that highest level, you need all the best cards. And to get the best cards, they're expensive. Unless you get really lucky like Tactile does. You have to get lucky. So there are people like myself, EVC and NYC, that try to create in universes, which is all about the fun and not so much about the hardcore competition. Hope that helps. Yeah, better off to go with the bulk and hope the luck pans out. Oh, wow. Yeah, oyster burns. Yeah. Like I said, it all depends on what your game plan is. Is it to build for the future or is it to compete now? Because if you want to compete now and do better now, Oyster Burns should be on your team. I'll tell you right now if you should keep him or sell him because I'll tell you if he's a good card or not. Are you serious? The luck of our 2 managers here. You just got 100 Gabby Hartnett. Is this Tactile? Come on. Is this an alt? Is this a second account of Tactile? Man, congratulations. Okay, so let's look at those 2 cards. I don't know if you're a young buck, a young kid, or if you're an elderly statesman like me, or if you're somewhere in between, probably like Jeff Steelflex. Jeff I think's probably in his late 20s, mid 30s. That's where I'm guessing Jeff is. All right, Oyster. Let's check Oyster. And Jeff can give you his opinion too, because Jeff has played this game. Or I shouldn't say Jeff, I should say Tanner. Tanner's what he goes by on YouTube. Where's Oyster? Oh, I got to spell his name right. Oyster Burns. So, Michael, did you put him up? Is that your price now, or have you not listed him? I'm just curious because that's a big gap between first, second, and third. Their prices. A dead ball shortstop. Ooh. What do you think? What do you think, Tanner? Well, first of all, he's not part of any of the missions. So when you go to the mission screen, he's not part of any of these. So people are not going to be looking to buy him for a mission. However, they always add more missions throughout the year, Michael. And at some point, he will be part of a mission and he'll be valuable. My advice is I would keep him because, if you list him, you're going to have to list him for about 16,500. After the 10% tax they take, you're going to make about 15,000. And you know what? He might be worth a lot more when they put him in a mission. You'll see here at the bottom, card is not part of any active missions. If he's put in for like a Ty Cobb or a Babe Ruth, people are going to be probably paying 50,000 for him, 60,000, 70,000. You just don't know what mission he's going to be part of, but he will be part of a mission. Every early card is at some point. So I would keep him. I would put him on your team because, as Tanner said, looks like a pretty killer card. He's not really weak anywhere. Have some fun with him. Part of this game is having fun. See how he does. He can play third base. He can play shortstop. He can even play second base. You can even put him in left field and right field. And the more that you play him in left and right, he'll start to build up. You'll see a new bar come up here. Left field, right field. It's like training a player. I would probably put him at third base. He's best at third base. So yeah, that's my advice. Keep Oyster Burns. And who was the other one? Gabby, right? Gabby. Oh, beautiful card, by the way. Oh, Tanner, what do you think? What would your advice be? Yeah, I agree. Every single card art series I like, except for the 1970s. And then there's one that has a crappy font. It's hard to read the number at the top. Is that a 5? Is that a 3? Is that a 6? Is that an 8? Otherwise, yeah, it's excellent. All right, here's my advice for this card, Michael. First of all, when you go into the card shop, you got to be careful. Do not hit quick sell. Do not hit quick sell. Do not hit submit buy order, or do not hit submit sell order. Any button you click, you could lose that card. And that's heartbreaking. Because if you click submit sell order, it automatically goes for the lowest price and someone's going to snap that up. Be careful on the buttons you click when you sell cards. You need to go in and actually manually type in what you want to sell it for and then hit submit. So many people have lost cards that way and you can't get them back. If someone buys it, a lot of people, what they'll do, for example, and this is pretty crappy, but people do it. The lowest price someone can sell them for is 20,001. So I hit submit buy order. And now when I go and look at the prices, there's my buy order. If you accidentally hit submit sell order, I would get it for 20,000 points. There are people out there that go in and put the lowest price, hoping someone makes a mistake. Yesterday, one of the streamers, Cavacom, made the mistake, hit the wrong button, and he can't get it back. So always be careful when you're selling cards. Not a big deal when you're buying cards, but selling cards, be careful. So I'm going to take that off because if I accidentally got one, I would feel bad because that card's worth a lot more. Cancel order. Here's what I would do. First, I would go and look, have any cards sold. This card, no one has sold one yet. See the 0 there? No sales. So that 900,000 isn't necessarily what you would get. It's like eBay. If you list something for a price, it doesn't mean it's going to sell for that price. Mini cards, you can kind of get an idea what to sell them for by looking at the last 10 sold. Here, none of them have sold. So it's hard to tell that one. The game just came out yesterday. You're not going to see a lot of past 10 sales, especially for the higher end cards. None of those have sold. Come on, Lap, see if you can find one. Let's go to one of the perfects. Okay, here, Bruce Sutter. Bruce Sutter is selling for about 150,000 points. So now if I'm selling a Bruce Sutter, I want to price it around that price. You see, this guy has one for sale. He boosted it up a little bit. So this is not a 900,000 point card. This gives you an idea of what you should sell it for, if it's there. The lower level cards, if I'm looking up, let's look up a gold. Oops, not there. Let's look up a gold card. Let's see if we can find an Atlanta Brave. Are there any Atlanta Braves here? Michael wants to buy an Atlanta Brave. No, I don't see any. So we're getting Paul Molitor. Here you go. Paul Molitor, his average sales are 2,500. So you don't want to put it at 9,000. You don't want to put it at 12,000. You kind of want to put it around what the average is or a little bit higher, like this guy did here. One person wants to buy it for 1,250. So if I had this card and I put 1,250 and I hit submit sell order, he would automatically get it. It's like money in escrow. It's sitting there waiting for someone to post it for that price. If I want to buy it, I'm going to go 1,251. 1,251. Now, notice I got the 3 stars. That means it's my buy order. If someone sells it for 1,250, I get it. If someone sells it for 1,100, I get it. It always goes to the highest buy order. So that's what you can do if you want to buy specific cards. If you want to be the highest bidder, that's what you would do. But sorry, I don't want the Paul Molitor. Cancel order. All right, so let's get back to, and then I got to take off. Oh, I'm going to draft my team for tomorrow. And then I got to take off. You've got the Oyster Burns. Because no oyster, or not the Oyster Burns, the Gabby. Because none of those have sold yet, it's really hard to determine what to price it at. I don't really like his ratings because I've played this game for 4 years now. I know that there are many, many better catchers that are going to come along with better catcher ratings. In fact, we're going to see golds. We're going to see silvers that are better than this guy here. He may be good now, but this is not going to last very long. This is an average catcher in May. This is a slightly below average catcher in November. And by next January, he's a bad catcher. Same with his batting. Nothing really jumps out at me to want to keep this card. His power is kind of low. His eyes kind of low. Yeah, he has good contact. He's not going to strike out a lot. He gets the bat on the ball. But it's not a wow card, if you know what I mean. Here, I'll show you what a wow card might look like. Here's more of a wow card. John Olerud. The more blue, the closer that the bar gets to the end, the better the card is. So John Olerud is a wow card, and someone's trying to sell him for 350,000, and no one's bought it yet. Whereas Gabby, although a good catcher and a fairly good hitter right now, in a couple months, people aren't going to want him. So I think I would sell him. I would put up a sell order. I would go new sell order. Don't click any buttons yet. Go up to the enter the price, and I would put 6 threes, 333,000. If someone buys him, you get 300,000 perfect points. Think of what you could do with that. Buy some packs, buy some cards, hang on to them. Because every Thursday, new packs come out, different types of packs. So up in here in the card pack shop, these change. Sometimes we get perfect packs with a perfect card in it. Sometimes we get something called spotlight packs with the better cards in it. We might get historical gold packs. So I would put it up for 333. If it sells, maybe buy 50 packs, enjoy some of it, but I would kind of hoard a lot of that money that you make because you're going to want to use it later. But still, I mean, buy 50 packs, sell some of the cards you get in those packs, and you keep raising your bank account. Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Because now's a good time to buy and to sell. A week from now, the market gets flooded because as more people open packs, more people post cards for sale, supply and demand. Right now, demand is here, supply is here. Next week, it's going to be like this, 2 weeks, a month, and then the prices start to crash and you don't make as much profit. All right. I hope that's given you a kickstart. Like I said, if you're in the Discord, feel free to ask questions. As you know, I do stream on Twitch and YouTube, so you may have seen some of my other YouTubes throughout the week. But most of my conversation is with my Twitch crowd because that's the platform I'm kind of focusing on right now because they give out free packs for viewers that watch your show. So unfortunately, sometimes I ignore the YouTube crowd. And if you're watching anyone else on YouTube, I apologize, but feel free to ask questions in the chat because I can still post your comments like this one here with your little profile pic and the little YouTube icon. So I still see your comments. What else is going on? Yeah, and Tanner agrees, take advantage of the hype and sell early. But you know what? That Oyster Burns, I kind of like that. I would probably keep that because you're only getting 15,000 perfect points. That to me is a card to have some fun with. But the Gabby for 300,000, oh no. I want to sell it. Can you set your role? Yeah, I'll go do that right now. And yeah, people will give you advice there too. Post it in the fire poll section. General, there you are. Welcome to the dog pound. Okay, let's go draft my team for tomorrow. See if I can come up against the defending champ. And if that would have been one of those red combinator cards, you could have probably sold him for 1 million perfect points. Probably about 3 times the value, at least, for one of those combinator cards. All right, we're playing 1976 in Sadjack Stadium, same stadium, where a little bit more BABIP than home runs. Okay, I'm looking for pitcher BABIP, control, power, and I. I should have looked at your team, Jeff, first. Don't copied you. And remember, live cards do pretty good early in this tournament too. Okay, so here's a card. I think I'm going to take this guy, Great defense, a lot of blue, and he hits dingers. He's kind of like a 3 outcome guy. He's either going to strike out, walk, or hit a home run. Gary Renicky. I don't know if he was like that in real life, but in the game, that's how he's programmed. And how about Joe Pep? No, don't like that eye. These are cards you don't have to own. That's what the perfect drafts are, Michael. You can enter perfect drafts where they give you a selection of cards and you have 20 minutes to create your roster. Ooh, look at this. He doesn't hit home runs, but he's got eye and gap power. Doubles, triples, and walks. I will take him. Ooh, better check my pictures. Mark Thurman. When you're looking at pitchers, don't worry about the type of pitches that they throw. Ignore these ratings here and really ignore if they can hit. Pitcher BABIP, control. You want those as high as possible. If you can't, then you want some stuff or some home run suppression. But my focus is always on these two right here. And this is a pretty good pitcher for bronze. So let's, Gabby went over. Well, yeah. Don't tell people that when you advertise them. Hey, come get your Gabby. Let's go with the lefty pitcher. I like that Roger Brezhnehan, though. But pitcher Rick Sutcliffe. Ooh. See, here's a guy that's going to walk a lot of people. He's not going to give up a lot of hits or home runs, but he might walk the winning run in. I don't like that control. Garrett Richards, better. Okay, Garrett, if it's over 50 for control, he can play for me. All right, Fritz, over 50, he can play. Oops, not Ray, Fritz. There you go. Remember that Kerry Wood, that gold, that silver card that I posted for 3,300? I got it in a regular pack. He just sold for 3,000. Almost made my money back. Don't like that. The more orange and yellow, the less you want to draft them. And I always look at the historicals first because they're usually better. Now, this looks like a good pitcher. This might be a pitcher even Tanner drafts. High pitcher BABIP and good control. He's not going to give up a lot of hits, and he's not going to walk a lot of people. He won't strike people out. He might give up the odd home run. Hopefully they're solo shots, though. So I do like this Bill Shadell card. And I like this Mitch Garver for home runs. So we're going to take Mitch Garver as my catcher. Power and I, baby. Power and I. Oh, Jeff, I'm stealing your player here. Rick Monday, World Series MVP. And growing up with that name must have been tough. I hope his teachers called him Richard. I think Bob Ellison can hit some dingers. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I have a team of dingers here. Allison and Monday. He is battle tested. You are my extremely small sample size. Now I got to find, what was that live? Oh, Brett Beatty, right? I haven't been watching for him. Start watching him. Brett Beatty. Walt Wilmot. Wow, bad defense. Last year's version of the game, he was an all-star center fielder. Not so much this year. Well, no one really stands out here. Let's go maybe with live. No. Okay, Power I. We're the all Power I team this week. Or this day. Dave Bancroft. Yeah, reliable defensive shortstop. Can't remember how many pitchers. I should have checked how many pitchers you had because I don't need any more than you had because you played every single game except one. Do you remember how many you drafted, Jeff? Okay, well, I got to take Dolph Camilli. He rocked for Tactile. We'll go him. Ooh, Andy. Yes. Okay, last round to try and get Brent Beatty. No, he's not there. What do I need? I need first base, second base. Shows you at the bottom too, Michael. If you're playing these perfect drafts, shows you at the bottom how many you've drafted at each position, and it shows you just above that how many you will be shown at some point. So right now, I've seen 7 of the 12 catchers they're going to show me. So I got to make sure before this hits 12, I get a second catcher. I'm pretty happy with my draft so far. A lot of power I guys, and this guy can play first, second, third, short, left, center, right. Okay, Garrett. Another power I guy, Splitty. Need a third baseman. We'll go like that. Really, the defense? So if I open up Vargas, oh yeah, like that's the thing they added this year too, is all these secondary positions. So, you know those bounty drafts we did where you could only draft pitchers? Well, I don't think we'd have any problem now. I mean, other than finding someone that can catch. You might want to have a team of all pitchers because they can play. I mean, their bat's not great though. I mean, oh, this is a bat. Okay, what am I talking about? Many of the pitchers have good batting positional profiles. I don't want him though. Zeke, possibly. Xavier, possibly. Tony, Frank. Oh, Frank Ufima. Can't remember if you had him or if Tactile had him, so I'm going to take him. One of you two had him, and you both made the final, so he must be good, right? Bert Inks. Mitch Williams is going to be wild. Here's one where I just want to draft him to see how many guys he walks. I'm going to take him. He's a stud up until control. Mind you, he wouldn't be a 53 if the control was any higher. If the control was like 70, he'd be a diamond card, maybe even a perfect card. We're going to take the wild thing. Ooh, here's another good power eye guy. Let's take Jimmy Walsh. Red. Want to make sure you draft a combination of lefties and righties for your pitchers too. You don't want an all righty staff because the other team has a bunch of left-handed hitters. They're gonna kill you. Nope. Maybe Cody Clemens. Man, it's outrageous how these players have so many positions they can play for the live players. Wonder if that's on purpose to try and get people to play them more, to give them some value. All right, let's take my second catcher. 7 pitchers so far. Drafted Paul DeYoung in one perfect draft. For some reason, he can play every position, even catcher. Like this guy here, Christian Arroyo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, everything but catcher. Wickersham. Okay, he's an okay pitcher. I'm going to take him. Like this guy. A pitcher only draft. He can play first, second, third, left, and right. He can't hit. But in a pinch, you could use him. I'm going to draft him. Good stuff. Where'd you go? Jose? What about Alec? What about Adam Eaton? Nope. And Michael and anyone else wanting to learn a little bit about players. Soon as I open up the player profile, I'm looking for at least 1 or 2 things that wow me. There's got to be 2 things at least that wow me. Otherwise, I'm not taking them. So maybe it's power and eye. Maybe it's BABIP and control. Got to be at least 2 things. We'll go with those 2 guys. All right, I've got 9 pitchers so far. Jeff, did you have 9 or 10 in your team today? What did you have? Do I need a 10th in case I go 47 games? Or did you have 9? Take a third baseman. Pretty sure you had 10? Okay. To be safe, I probably should take 10. What do I need? That is a third baseman. I don't have any third baseman yet. Okay, I need infielders. Infield. Speed. He's going to walk and steal bases. Okay. You could be my pinch hitter, pinch runner. Richmond. Lead. Okay, we'll take. Oh no, I got too many outfielders already. Way too many outfielders. Infielders. Sprague. Sand. We'll take Sand. Nope. Yep. Who's got the better BABIP? 46, 61. Mears. And a utility guy, sure. All right, last round. 2 more cards. I need 1 more pitcher. So here's the painstaking looking at each pitcher. You get a C plus. You get a B. D minus. Ooh. You get a B minus. Not quite what I want. And no, you don't pass either. So we're going with this guy. And then 1 more. I need a third base and first base. Who can play third and first? Not you. Not you. You can. Look at that. A Blue Jay. And he's got power and eye. Excellent. Good. Now I want to go to my team chemistry, 11%. So that's probably average to above average. Only one player does not get along with the other players. Bill, suck it up, buddy. Become buddies with these guys. They need you. You can't change chemistry though once you draft your team. That on your league team, you can change your chemistry up or down based on players you add or remove. So when you're on your league play, Michael, you want to go to your team chemistry and guys that are like in orange or red, you want to replace them with guys that are going to make it yellow or green. The way you do that is you go on this button and you go up, look at your reserve roster players, and it will show you which players fit your team better. So someone that's at like a green 50, yeah, put them on your team and take off a guy that might be at 0. Unless it's one of your studs, like your diamond or perfect guys. You don't want to remove them for an iron. But if they're of kind of the same level, that can improve your team chemistry, which means about a 10% increase in productivity. The better your team chemistry, supposedly, the better your team is supposed to play on paper. Like I said, so many facets of this game. Don't feel overwhelmed. Have some fun. Learn a little bit at a time. Ask questions. And eventually, you'll find your way. All I ask, if you ever have success and you become one of the best players in the game, remember the little guys like myself, Archer, Tanner, that helped you get to where you will be. All I have to say is look at this power. Oh, unfortunately, we're not in a power park. We are in a park. I can't even see it now. Holy smokes. I should lead home run production tomorrow. That's for sure. Power I, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Juan Francisco. You need to be in the lineup. Or Gary Hampton. Juan. Getting you in there. Jimmy Walsh. We're going all power, baby. Who's coming out? I guess we can't put you in anywhere because there's no DH. Jimmy, what else can you play? Left, center, right. We'd have to take out Bob Allison. No, he's got more power than you do. Okay, yeah, no, I'm good with that. Speed, who's my quickest guy here? Looks like no one that's starting. Dick McAuliffe, you get to move up to number 1. Contact versus lefties. I don't have very good contact, guys. Rick Monday, you're not in the lineup? How dare the game try to pull a fast one on me? Rick, you got to be against the right-handed pitchers. Rick or Gary? Oh, Rick. How did they put Gary in there? Must have been because of his defense. Like, Gary? Rick, when you look at these two profiles, which one are you going to more likely put on your team? It's going to be Rick Monday. But the game tried to fool me. Because they said, oh, but Gary's defense is better, Lap. I don't care about defense right now. I want my hitters. Okay, Rick, yeah, you can go there. Who else did they try and squeeze out of the lineup? First, second. Okay, you're going in at who's my second baseman? That's a tough call. I think I'll keep Dick McAuliffe in. All right, submit lineup. Check out my reserves. Always switch this to if starter tired. And then the other thing you want to do is make sure you don't have the same person backing up more than 2 positions as the utility 1. Because otherwise they'll get in almost every game and they'll like Mr. Hampson. Mr. Hampson is backing up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions. No. Get you to back up a couple. There. Back up in the outfield. Over here, same thing. You can't have you backing up everything. Geiger. We'll put you there. Good, good. Team chemistry 11.0. And we are set for tomorrow morning. Again, if anyone else is watching on YouTube, get into Perfect Team. You can play for free. You don't have to spend a single penny to have some fun. You can go into the Perfect Draft section and you can play up to 3 of those drafts that I just did for free. Hit the sign up. Some of them are every week. Some of them are every day, once a day. And some of them are continuous. They keep firing off. So as soon as this one fills, it'll start. And then you can sign up for another one and then another one. But you can only do 3 at any one time. Once they fill up, obviously you can't get in that one. Sometimes it's good to look for ones that are almost full. Daily historical lunch buffet. I better not use up another slot because I might need it for tomorrow to sign up. Because this one, the one we played out today, that fills up quick. Man. Let's check out the pop-up. The one that Archer won last night. There's another one running this morning. Let's find out how I'm doing. Are we still going, Jackie Robinson? The bigger the tournament, the longer it takes to load up. So that's why it's taken a while. And then usually once you load it once, it's usually good. See, let me see how long it takes now. Go back out. Go back in. Yeah, it took about half the time. All right, I'm playing Governor. Governor. Let's check things out. Still early in the tournament. I have a 3-2 lead in round 1. So in this tournament, if you win 1 round, you get some packs. All you got to do is win 1 round. So I'm 1 game away. Two-1, losing the next 2, 10-2 and 12-0. And then I win 9-7 and 8-5. Wow, who's pitching for me? Zach Gallen. All right, I don't mind that. Live Zach Gallen. See this you typically, Michael, you typically don't see this on a live card. Like this is a really good player for your team right now. He's not weak anywhere. He's got a lot of blue. He's probably not the best pitcher in the game right now, but you can't go wrong with Zach Gallen. I bet you he costs quite a bit. Let's see. I can't see him on the card shop. I don't know if you guys have your game open, but I wonder how much oh, there it is there. About 9,500. So if you pull a Zach Gallen, you can make some perfect points there or use him on your team. Ooh, I'm glad I have him pitching this game. If I lose, oh, who does he have going? Oh, great. I got to go through 256 teams. Governors. Oh, they got Vida Blue. See, Zach Gallen. I'd rather have Zach Gallen than Vida Blue. Zach Gallen's more balanced, and he's not weak anywhere. Vida Blue is going to walk some people. Even though I say that, last game he walked no one and had 11 strikeouts. Come on, Vida. Don't prove me wrong. All right, well, the game's going to come in about 1 minute. We got to sit and watch this. My team chemistry is at 14.15%. That's really good. And also, you'll see this number at the top, 85. Ignore that. That's just kind of a ranking of all the cards that you own. The more cards you own and the better cards you own, that ranking goes up. But otherwise, it's meaningless. See, it says the team ranking comprises of league results, tournament results, card collection, and other things. And I'm at 85, so that's pretty good. Yes, for the perfect drafts, every one you enter, you have to pick the cards for it. So all these players here, I picked cards. Some people like these, some people like the traditional tournaments. And I'll show you what traditional tournaments are as soon as my game comes in. Usually when the game finishes simulating up here at the top, you get a little notification to download the latest file, or it will show up in your main menu. Download latest file. Come on, game. Don't make the nice people wait. Do I advance to round 2 and win at least, what do I win at least? 2 standard packs. There we go. The download is in. Yeah, I'll show you that in a second, Michael, what the roster builder is all about. That's for something completely different. Not for league play, not for perfect drafts. That's for the third big thing that you could do in this game. There's 3 big things you could do: league play, perfect drafts, and then the third one I'll show you. All right, did I win? Did I win? Come on, did I win? Zach Gallen, please don't prove me wrong. Or am I going to a game 7? Oh, I'm going to a game 7. That sucks. 3-1 loss. That means I'm not going to get any days off, and my players might be tired. Vida Blue walks 2 and strikes out 12. So now it comes down to Nick Pavetta against Dutch Leonard. Oh, well. All right, so this is the last thing you can do. So you'll see there's show tournaments and show perfect drafts. Perfect drafts are what we've been talking about all along. It's what we showed on the stream in the finals there. That was a perfect draft. I like perfect drafts, but I also like some of the tournaments. These are the ones that you can use that roster builder for. So for me, I like to play the bronze and iron tournaments because to play these, you have to own cards and you have to own pretty good cards. I don't have a lot of diamond cards or a lot of perfect cards, so I can't play those tournaments. But I can go into a bronze card tournament. I can click sign up. Only 16 teams, so it fills up pretty quickly. And once you sign up, you go into either the roster builder, where you can go and you can create a new roster, give it a name. I'm going to call it Bronze Quicks. You pick the restrictions. This was bronze or lower with a DH. Click save. And now I've got it on my saved list here, Bronze Quicks. I can go to, I don't want to do that there. Yep. Go to set roster. And now again, for these tournaments, you utilize the cards that you have. Just think of it like league play, but much, much, much shorter. One tournament. Tournament league play. So you'll start off showing no cards as part of your team. What you need to do is do actions and activate all eligible cards. It will then give you on the right-hand side every card in the game that you own that is allowed to play in this tournament. Remember, I entered bronze or lower. So from that point, you need to take some time and look over who you want playing. So what I like to do is I like to empty my roster. You can only do it 5 players at a time. That. So I empty it, and then I go up to manage cards. Here shows all the players that are eligible to play. I want to hide my duplicates because you'll see some of the same name twice. You don't need to see the same guy twice. So I hide the duplicates. And now I go through and I'll start with pitchers. Okay, of all the eligible cards I own, and I'm going to go to my customized view, pitcher ratings. I want to see stuff, movement, control, pitcher BABIP, home run rate against the lefties and righties. I want it to be split up, not just to see it as one grouping, but I want to see if a pitcher is splitty. So I'll pick that, and I'll also pick stamina, so I kind of have an idea how long he can pitch. I don't care about showing the pitches. So all the other things I ignore. Click OK. And now it shows all those stats here. And you can move them around. You just click on it and you drag it to wherever you want it. I don't care about selling these cards. I'm creating my tournament team. So I'll go to custom view. I'll go to perfect team information, and I'm going to take all those off. I don't care about what a card's worth right now. Click OK. There. Now I get a much more concise view. So I've got their fielding capabilities as a pitcher, all the power, all the individual left versus righties. I like to have them side by side. So I take it and I drag it. There's stuff, there's movement, there's control, there's pitcher BABIP, and home run suppression. So I've got lefty, righty, lefty, righty, lefty, righty, lefty, righty, lefty, righty. So the first thing I always look at is pitcher BABIP. And then I'll kind of look to the side at some of the other ones, especially control. So I want guys with good pitcher BABIP and good control. So immediately this guy jumps out, Pep Harris. Again, doesn't have a lot of stuff, but these two are my focus right now. So I want Pep Harris in my lineup. Come on, game. Come on, game. And what you want to do once you have your perfect kind of criteria set, you'll lose it unless you go up to the default again and go save view. And I'm going to put this as pitching tournament. And I'm going to save it as global. So that'll show up on any team I'm looking at. If you go to your league play, it'll be there. If you go to perfect drafts, it'll be there. You might as well show that on all of them. So now if I leave that screen and I go back to default, to get there, you go to view and find whatever you named it, pitching tournament. So I want Pep Harris on my team. So I right click and no, I can't do that. I've got to actually add one more here. I've got to be able to activate him. Where was that? Activate. I accidentally took one off I shouldn't have. Deactivate. There we go. I think that's it. Yep, there we go. So now I want Pep Harris on my team. I click on that. Let's deactivate him first because they originally put him on the team and now I activate him. And once you activate the player, it'll show up as one of your 26 players. So again, it takes a little bit of time, but you want to find the best players for your team. You can also go and you can filter. That makes it easier. So you can say, you know what, show me all the players with a pitching BABIP of at least 80 and control of at least 70. Click OK. There we go. So rather than scrolling through and finding all the higher pitchers, and you can modify this, I need 12 pitchers for the tournament. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm just going to use all these guys. So click the ones you want to activate on your team. Unclick Pep Harris. He's already there. Down here, it says activate all tagged cards. Let's see if that did it. Nope. What did I do wrong? And it's the day one of the game, so there are a few glitches sometimes. Okay, so I want to tag all cards, activate all tag cards, and it just shows one. So I think it's a little bit of a glitch right now. So you might have to do these one by one, which is fine. But the good thing is you only have to do this once, and then you don't, every time you enter that same tournament, you can use this same roster. You don't have to fill in a roster every single tournament. I'll show you how to do that. So just bear with me. I'm going to deactivate all these, deactivate all tag cards, deactivate. There we go. And now just activate them. Let's see if it works this time. Tag them all, active. Yes. Go to my pitching. There they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Somehow it missed one player. Who did it not get on? This guy here. Activate. Oh, that's another pain. That's a story for another day. What I'm going to do right here. Just ignore what I'm doing. Go back here. Activate. There we go. So now I've got the 12 pitchers on my team that I feel are going to make the best difference. Remember, you can go into your custom view here and you can change any of these for batters, for pitchers, their fielding. You can change all that. And same with your filter. You can go in and you can modify these. If you need a few more pitchers, maybe you drop these down to 60 and 70. Now you got a bunch more to look at. And then I would do the same for the hitters. So now I want all hitters, all batters. I want to go back to my batter ratings. Clear that filter because that was for pitchers. And I like power and eye guys. So I'm going to tell the game, I'm going to create a filter. Show me batting power at least 70 and I at least 80. Who are my good power and I guys? And here we go. So I want 14. I got 2 catchers. Hey, let's activate. I got to deactivate some more. Game. See, the problem is the game only lets you activate 200 cards on this screen at any one time. After that, you have to go and deactivate a bunch of guys. So I'm going to go and do that. I'm just going to go and deactivate. Deactivate. Okay. Go back. It's a pain sometimes when you own a lot of cards. All right, so these are all my batters with power and I at a certain level that I think play the best in the game right now. So I'm going to go and I'm going to put my 2 catchers on. Let's activate. Let's activate. Go back to my roster. There they are. Good. Let's get a couple first basemen. Who do I like? So I'm going to look at some of these other categories. I really like Dolph Camilli. And let's go with Ray Sanders. Okay, let's put on Suarez, Petrocelli, Boy, Willingham. All these guys look good for power and I got 5 outfielders, 6 outfielders. That's fine. You don't want any more than 6. I got 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's activate them all. Again, looks like I need to deactivate some because I hit my 200 threshold. Okay, let's go back. I got to select them all again. Again, it can be a little bit of a pain, but in the end, it's worth it with that tournament builder. Petrocelli, Foy, Singleton, sure. Activate. So now I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hitters. I got 21 out of 26 players. I still need 5 more batters. So it's just a matter of going and fine tuning your filters a little bit. So maybe I want to go power I, and let's take this down to 70 and that down to 66. But now to compensate for that, let's add a batter with contact at least 70. See if that produces any results. Okay, so I got 3. So little less I, little less power, but they've got contact. So Piggy, Larry, activate. They can't activate because I'm probably, oh, they're there. Piggy and Larry. Okay. So deactivate, deactivate. And now I need to reactivate to get them on the roster. Good. So now I got 23 players. And you just keep on going. So I'm just going to add a couple more here because for time's sake, even if they're not the best, we're just going to throw them on. Second base. Second base. And a shortstop. A shortstop. Mike Fischlin. 7. I don't need 7 of you, so let's take off Michael Saunders, and let's put one more shortstop on. Okay, just I'll play with this a little bit later, but we have 26 out of 26 now. So you go and you set up your roster. Just let the AI do it. You can put whoever you want, set the different position roles, do the same for your batters. Let the AI do it. Make sure you have backups everywhere. Good. Go and set your strategy, whatever your strategy might be. You can use one of the pre-made strategies from a specific manager. So if I want to run Joe Torre, now you're a Bobby Cox guy. We got to put in Bobby Cox. Managerial style of Bobby Cox. There we go. Good. Make sure you save it. And now you go to roster import and export. You got the roster builder there. You want to export it. So export roster to file. Give it a name. I got Bronze Quicks. Save. Boom. Now I can leave the screen. Go back. Remember, this was a bronze tournament team, bronze or lower. I can sign up for my next one. And go into set roster. Okay, go to the very bottom because you don't have a roster there right now. So go here. Now you want to import from file, import roster from file, Bronze Quicks, import. There you go. It brings all those players back in. It has the same lineup that you were using, and it has the same strategy that you were using. So every tournament you enter now that is that Bronze Quick, you can just import the same roster in. If you change some guys, you put some guys off the roster and some on, just go back and re-export it under the same name. And you'll have the new import and export. Okay, that is going to be it for me today. I kind of came on just to do the World Series. Thought I was going to be on for like half an hour, and I kind of went over that. So all of you that are watching, thank you so much. I am back on YouTube, on Twitch, Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern, where I'm going to announce what my plans are for content for the upcoming months. Plus, there'll be a giveaway. Plus, we'll have a bounty tournament that you can enter to try and win some packs for your team. So thank you to Tactile. Thank you to Jeff Steelflex. Thank you to Michael for being here. And hope to see you guys on Monday on the stream. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Laptop Hound signing off.